Chairman Boss, thank you very much. Commander, great to see you in this setting, and thank you for the conversations that we've had. The PACT Act has been a topic of conversation in your testimony. The PACT Act, part of the PACT Act, the Secretary is required to hold quarterly engagements with VSOs to collaborate with, partner with, and give weight to the advice of veteran service organizations and other such stakeholders. What has been the experience, your experience thus far with the provisions, this provision of the PACT Act? Could you describe whether these engagements are taking place and what value they provide to veterans? What type of insight and feedback are you able to provide the Secretary on behalf of your members during these engagements?
Thank you, Member Moran. That's a very insightful question, and I know that our National Service Director, Jim Marsalek, could provide great insight into that.
Marsalek?
Thank you, Commander. Yes, so the quarterly updates aren't occurring, right? We do provide, the VA does meet with us frequently, so we are collaborating a lot, but we're not getting the information we really need. And as you know, our ending the wait report that we published, 34.1 years on average from the time a veteran's exposed to the time of presumption is actually established. That's very concerning. It's way too long. So we got to do better. And part of the PACT Act required the study to begin on Fort McClellan and those exposures and what residual disabilities can be attributed to those exposures. That study started 30 months ago, and we still don't have any updates to what's occurring. So VA does got to provide more regular updates with more information and be more inclusive in these studies when we're talking about establishing.
In addition to providing information, the goal of that provision is for you to provide information to them how they can better implement the Act and care for more veterans. True?
Absolutely, sir.
I appreciate, although I'm disappointed by your answer, I appreciate your frankness, and we'll work to see that the VA is doing what the law requires. I mean, this thing of passing legislation is hugely important, but if it's not implemented to its fullest extent, we're really missing out on the benefits that we provide. Commander Contreras, what specific strategies can be implemented to close the gaps in mental health care for veterans?
Well, I thank you again for your question, Ranking Member Moran. I believe DAV's position is that there should be a comprehensive review on how we can do things, not just one way. And I would say that our Legislative Director, Joy Elam, could definitely give you more insight.
Thank you, Chairman Moran. VA does a great job on mental health services, providing mental health services to veterans, but there's always room for improvement. One program that we think is excellent program and initiative is their firearm safety counseling. We know that so many veterans who do take their lives, unfortunately, do so using a firearm. It's like 72, 73%. We have to make sure that those veterans feel comfortable being able to talk to their provider and get the access to the counseling that they need to put that time and distance between them and that firearm during a period of crisis. And I think that's one initiative that we can, really, VA can continue to build on.
Thank you for highlighting that program. Mr. Chairman.